In the delicate dance of connections, a man carries the sacred trust of unraveling the tapestry of relationships. To understand the intricacies of relationships is to hold the key to the human heart, a responsibility entrusted to every man. Man is the guardian of the delicate threads that weave the fabric of relationships. His understanding is the loom on which harmony is crafted. The tender balance of connections lies within the grasp of every man, entrusted to navigate the delicate nuances of relationships. In the artistry of bonds, man is both artist and curator, entrusted with the delicate strokes that define the masterpiece of relationships. Within the realm of human connections, man bears the weighty responsibility of deciphering the subtle language of relationships. The intricate map of relationships unfolds at the fingertips of man, an entrusted cartographer of emotional landscapes. To fathom the depths of relationships is a noble quest, and man is the steward of this delicate expedition. In the delicate symphony of connections, man is the conductor, entrusted to harmonize the diverse notes of relationships. A man's understanding of relationships is the compass guiding the ship through the intricate waters of human connection. To read the map of relationships is to be the navigator, and every man is entrusted with steering the ship through the complex seas of connection. In the mosaic of relationships, man is the artist, entrusted with the delicate placement of each piece to create a beautiful picture of connection. The curator of connections is man, entrusted with the curation of the delicate artifacts that define meaningful relationships. In the garden of connections, man tends to the delicate blooms of relationships, nurturing their growth with understanding. Man is the custodian of the fragile bond that ties hearts together, entrusted with the care of this intricate connection. The delicate choreography of relationships is choreographed by man, a dance of understanding, empathy, and connection. To comprehend the delicate dance of relationships is to don the mantle of responsibility that every man bears. In the anatomy of connections, man is the entrusted physician, delicately examining the heartbeat of relationships. The threads of relationships pass through the hands of man, weaving a tapestry of understanding and emotional resonance. Every man is a steward of the delicate balance in relationships, entrusted to navigate the ebb and flow of human connection. The subtle alchemy of relationships is a potion stirred by man, the keeper of the delicate ingredients of understanding. In the symphony of connections, man conducts the orchestra, orchestrating the harmonies and dissonances of relationships. The scroll of relationships unfurls in the hands of man, an ancient manuscript entrusted to decipher the secrets of connection. To hold the delicate threads of relationships is to be entrusted with the loom of understanding, weaving the fabric of connection. Man is the philosopher of relationships, entrusted with the sacred duty of unraveling the mysteries of emotional entanglements. The canvas of relationships is painted by the strokes of man's understanding, a masterpiece of intricate hues and shades. In the theater of connections, man is the playwright, entrusted with crafting the dialogue and scenes of meaningful relationships. The delicate web of relationships is spun by the hands of man, a weaver entrusted with the art of connection. To decipher the language of relationships is to hold the key, and every man is entrusted with the responsibility of understanding. In the tapestry of connections, man is the needle, weaving through the delicate fabric of relationships with care and precision. The nuanced script of relationships is penned by man, an entrusted scribe chronicling the stories of emotional connection. Man is the gardener of relationships, entrusted to cultivate the delicate blossoms of understanding and empathy. In the intricate dance of connections, man is the choreographer, entrusted with the artful steps of meaningful relationships. To navigate the intricate maze of relationships is to be the guide, and man is entrusted with the responsibility of leading with understanding. Every man is a sculptor in the art of relationships, entrusted with carving the contours of meaningful connections. The symphony of connections is composed by man, an entrusted maestro orchestrating the harmonious melodies of relationships. To read the map of relationships is to be the navigator, and every man is entrusted with steering the ship through the complex seas of connection. In the mosaic of relationships, man is the artist, entrusted with the delicate placement of each piece to create a beautiful picture of connection. The curator of connections is man, entrusted with the curation of the delicate artifacts that define meaningful relationships. To master the delicate art of relationships is to be the craftsman, and every man is entrusted with the tools to sculpt connections with care. In the gallery of connections, man is the curator, entrusted with arranging the delicate masterpieces that are the relationships of life. Every man is a translator in the language of relationships, entrusted with the skill to interpret the nuances and subtleties of connection. To be a navigator in the sea of relationships is to be entrusted with the compass of understanding, guiding the ship through the waves of connection. The poet of relationships is man, entrusted with the pen to craft verses of understanding, love, and connection.